Push, here we go. Thanks for waiting. Apologize for the tardiness. I call the meeting of the Byrne SCIP to order, and I see our presenter there. Good morning. Do you want me to do the absentees now?
Well, I think we don't have any recusals because we've sort of handled that already, but I do think we want to go ahead and call the meeting to order, have
Take the roll.
Joanna do the meeting instructions and take the roll.
Okay. Morning, Joanna.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think you should be just thank me for actually showing up.
There we go. Okay, so did you want me to just go through?
Please.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, everyone. We are meeting both in person and virtually, and we will support public participation during this meeting through the Zoom webinar platform. Board members or members in the room, please remember to state your name before making a comment so that those participating remotely may know who is speaking. For members participating remotely, if you wish to make a comment, please use the raise hand feature on Zoom or physically raise your hand and so we can see you. All agenda items that require a vote will require a roll call vote at the end of each agenda item. Members in the room, please remember to turn off your microphones when you are not speaking, and please remember to speak into your microphone so that all on Zoom may hear you. We will give members of the public the opportunity to comment after the presentation of the agenda item and prior to the board voting on the item. You will have 2 minutes for your comments. After 2 minutes have ended, I will verbally let you know, and you may watch the screen where we will display the 2-minute timer. We encourage anyone wishing to make a public comment to raise their hand at the start of each agenda item being discussed. Members of the public will not have the ability to unmute yourself during discussion until the chair opens it up for public comment. You must raise your hand on Zoom or send a request to publiccomments@bscc.ca.gov. This is also available on our website. If you've sent in a request through the public comment email box, I will call on the email address or identifier you provided in your email. If you are calling by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand, dial *6 to unmute yourself. I will call on those who have raised their hands and those who have emailed a request to speak, and I will ask you to unmute yourself. I will notify you when the 2-minute timer sounds and ask you to wrap up your thought. In addition, we will have a 2-minute timer visible on the screen, so please try to keep track of your time. When the time is up, please wrap up so that we have the opportunity to hear from everyone who wants to make a comment. Also, if your comment aligns with other speakers, please feel free to associate your comment with prior speakers. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we work to ensure all speakers can be heard.
You don't want me to start over, do you? Oh, Lord. This morning isn't going that well. I just want to put that out there in the universe. Once again, Norma Kupion, Brenda Graylish, Sheriff Taylor, Alan Slater, and Nancy O'Malley will be joining us by Zoom. Norma Kupion is at the Anti-Recidivism Coalition office located at 601 Alvarado in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff Taylor is at a public location at the County of San Benito Administrative Building at 4814 4th Street in Hollister, California. These locations are also provided on our website. Before we jump into that, Can we have, do we want all the members to reintroduce themselves?
No, I think we can just go ahead and call the roll.
Yeah, I think so too. We know all
The-
these people.
yeah.
Okay, I see Chief Branning also joining us. Just, you're later than me, Chief, just to put that out in the universe. So would you please take the roll? Present?
Present.
Sorry, I have to start over. Chair Penner,
Present?
Mr. Juan Avila,
Present.
Ms. Norma Kumpian,
Here.
Ms. Brenda Graylish,
Present.
Mr. Kirk Haynes,
Here.
Mr. Jeffrey McCumber is absent today, Ms. Nancy O'Malley,
Here.
Mr. Alan Slater,
Alan? You're on mute.
I am here, thanks.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Eric Taylor,
I'm here.
Ms. Eloisa Tutama. Here. And Ms. Angeles Zaragoza. Here.
We have a quorum?
We do have a quorum, and then I will just note, Chief Branning, appreciate your calling in early. We won't need you until 10 a.m.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
wow. Just for the record, Chief Branning agreed to do this on her vacation and she even showed up early. So you have, I don't know, 12 minutes to yourself.
Thank you.
So the item on the agenda today is the Byrne State Crisis Intervention Program Cohort 2 funding recommendations, and I see Ian is with us. Ian, please go forward.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Advisory Board members. Ian Silva, Field Representative with the Corrections Planning and Grants Program Division, presenting Agenda Item 3. This agenda item requests Advisory Board approval of the Byrne State Crisis Intervention Program Cohort 2 awards as recommended by the Byrne SCIP scoring panel. BSCC's Byrne SCIP program is funded via the Bureau of Justice Assistance and provides funding to develop a multi-pronged approach to decreasing gun violence in California. Give me a moment to share my screen before moving forward. On February 13th, 2025, the BSCC Board approved the release of a request for proposals and delegated authority to the SCIP Advisory Board to approve awards. The RFP made approximately $11.2 million competitively available to California cities and counties. This RFP was based on the SCIP program and budget plan approved by the Advisory Board on November 21st, 2024. The RFP required applicants to propose programs that addressed at least one of the program purpose areas shown on the current slide. Applicants also self-selected to compete within the large or small scope funding categories also shown here. BSCC received 36 proposals requesting approximately $25.8 million. After a technical review process, 34 of these proposals met the eligibility criteria and were forwarded to the SCIP scoring panel. The scoring panel recommended funding for 17 applicants consisting of 10 large scope projects and 7 small scope projects showing here and also here. 6 large scope projects and 7 small scope projects did not meet the minimum scoring threshold of 60% as established by the RFP and are therefore not eligible to receive funding. As required by the Byrne SCIP solicitation, once the Advisory Board has approved the awards, staff will request authority to make the awards from the Bureau of Justice Assistance. For any funded proposals that are not approved by the BJA, staff will work with the applicant to adjust the project within its proposed program scope to make it acceptable to BJA. If a project cannot be adjusted within its program scope to achieve BJA approval, the proposal will be ineligible to accept the award. As a reminder, BSCC anticipates additional 2 years of Byrne SCIP funding, and staff is developing plans for additional funding opportunities for those future allocations. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the SCIP scoring panel for their diligent work in bringing these recommendations to the Advisory Board. On behalf of the SCIP scoring panel, staff recommends that the Advisory Board take the following actions. One, approve the proposed list of applicants for $11.2 million for grants that will run from August 1st, 2025 to September 30th of 2027. Two, in the event that BJA does not approve a project, authorize staff to work with the applicants and BJA to make necessary modifications within the scope of the proposed project to acquire BJA approval to make the award. And finally, three, authorize staff to continue to make awards from the rank order list if staff determined during the award-making process that an applicant recommended for funding becomes ineligible, if a grantee becomes ineligible during the grant cycle, or if the grant award is relinquished during the grant cycle. This concludes my presentation. Of course, I'm available to answer any questions the board may have.
Thank you, Ian. And looking to the board for any questions or comments on the item proposed. Anybody in virtual audience, I'm sorry, virtual board members wish to say anything? No hands raised. Looking for public comment on this issue. Seeing none. Let me begin by thanking everybody for participation. And now I would look for a motion and a second.
So
This is Juan
moved.
Avila.
Okay, I think we have, let's take Sheriff Taylor as a first and.
Juan Avila.
For a second. Thank you very much. That concludes this item.
I'll take the vote.
Oh, my word. Do you think I'm disheveled this morning? Yes. Okay. I feel good about it going forward without a vote. We're going to take the vote. Joanna, please.
Okay. Chair Penner,
Aye.
Mr. Juan Avila,
Aye.
Ms. Norma Kumpian. Aye. Ms. Brenda Grealish,
Aye.
Mr. Kirk Haynes,
Aye.
Ms. Nancy O'Malley,
Aye.
Mr. Alan Slater,
Aye.
Mr. Eric Taylor,
Aye.
Ms. Eloisa Tuitama,
Aye.
Ms. Angela Zaragoza.
Aye.
Madam Chair, the motion carries.
Thank you. In that case, I now will move to close this meeting. And thank you again. We will begin the BSCC meeting in 8 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair.